Happy Saturday, West Michigan. Plenty to talk about in the way of weather over the course of this weekend. Here is that weekend in a nutshell. It will be warm. Let's start off with that. Temperatures today soar well into the 70s, upper 70s, in fact, in more spots than not across our neck of the woods. One of our warmer days of the year so far. It also will trend rather dry. We are expecting dry weather much of the daylight hours. In fact, we should break out into some sunshine this afternoon into the early evening, but does come at a bit of a cost. It will be rather windy this afternoon with some wind gusts exceeding 30 to 40 miles per hour. Then we have the opportunity of a few thunderstorms tonight, possibly on the stronger side, and then on Sunday, a few rounds of here and there rumbles of thunder and a few showers as well. So a bit of an active forecast over the course of the 2 weekend days. Our 13 weather ball blinking red with those warmer temperatures ahead and additional rain and storms in sight. The big picture this morning, a warm front is nosing in from the south, and once this warm front clears West Michigan, it will scurry out the cloud coverage and allow our numbers to soar into those 70s. To put this in perspective, we should be in the lower 60s at this point of April, so a good 10 upwards of 15 degrees above average at this point of the year. Notice the icons. We start to break out into some sunshine before any additional round of rain or storms comes back into the forecast. But today still has an impact, and it's in the way of the wind. As that warm front lifts northward, the wind will pick up in the warm section of this next weather maker, and we're going to easily see wind gusts 30 to 40 plus miles per hour. This is the sample here in Grand Rapids over the course of today, but this is the expectation for all of West Michigan for at least a few hours midday into the afternoon. We will see the wind subside quickly by tomorrow to the point where the wind's a non-factor for our Sunday. But today, if you are heading out and about, it's going to be a little misleading being inside, seeing the sunshine and those warmer temperatures. It will be windy this afternoon. This is our severe weather threat for this evening, and look at the timing here, 8 this evening until 2 tonight. So most of this in the nighttime hours. We have a level 1 risk shaded in green here to a level 2 risk shaded in yellow that stretches in northern lower Michigan. If stronger storms do develop late this evening into tonight, wind and hail the main concern in any of those stronger storms that could possibly develop. So here it is, hour by hour. We're starting off with some clouds this morning. We had rain, a few rumbles of thunder overnight. That is now out of here. The clouds will scurry out. Here's our potential for sunshine this afternoon into the early evening. Our attention turns to showers and storms that will fire up to our north. Most of this firing up in northern lower Michigan and then starting to sag southward into West Michigan. These storms will feed off of some of the daytime heating of today. Enough instability in our atmosphere to support some of these stronger storms. And this is what we'll keep an eye on over the course of this evening into tonight. Notice the main risk would be mostly north of I-96, and that's where that level 2 risk, that slight risk, is in play from the Storm Prediction Center. We'll continue to watch some of these storms tonight, sagging even farther southward for those south of I-96, but by far the better potential for some stronger storms north of a Muskegon to Mount Pleasant line. Here's tomorrow morning, and while this looks ominous, our severe weather threat starts to diminish late tonight into tomorrow. Yes, we'll still have some passing showers and storms throughout Sunday, but severe weather should stay away from West Michigan. The other thing is that while we're not expecting a washout tomorrow during the daytime hours does have the better potential for rain littering throughout the forecast, at least during the day tomorrow, compared to the dry forecast that's expected much of the daylight hours today. One last note, there's that severe weather risk for tomorrow, not in our neck of the woods, most of that to the south and west of the Great Lakes. So, well, again, a lot of moving parts in this forecast. Upper 60s to lower 70s for much of the immediate lakeshore because of that wind coming off the cooler waters of Lake Michigan. Clouds for a bit this morning. We break out into some sunshine this afternoon, but does come with the wind, rather gusty. But again, it will also be rather warm, middle to upper 70s away from the immediate lakeshore. Your 13 on your side 10-day outlook. Pretty typical for this time of year as we transition from April to May. We battle a lot of rain and storm chances, and temperatures are also now consistently on the warmer side of things. 70s through Monday. We cool down into the upper 60s on Tuesday. Tuesday, probably our lone dry day for the next several days because we have yet another system coming back into the Great Lakes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even into next Saturday. But temperatures over the next 10 days remaining near, if not even well above, average.